There's a moment in every journey when the weight becomes almost unbearable, not because you can't keep going anymore, but because you've been carrying more than a human heart was ever meant to hold alone. And if this video has found you right now, in this exact moment, not an hour before, not a day after, it's because something in your life has reached a quiet turning point you didn't notice was happening. You've felt it, a subtle shift, a pressure, a sense that something is moving beneath the surface, even if nothing around you looks different yet. That's why you're here, because the universe has been watching you, closely, carefully, patiently, and this is the moment where you need to hear what I'm about to tell you. You've been walking through a season people don't even know you've been in. And somehow, you're still here. You've had to be strong when it felt like strength ran out. You've had to choose faith on nights when your mind tried to convince you there was no future waiting for you. You've had to wake up and keep going even when something inside you said, "Why do I even bother anymore?" There have been moments recently where you've questioned everything, your path, your purpose, your worth. Moments when the silence from the universe felt louder than any answer. Moments when you wondered if your prayers were just dissolving into air. I know that feeling as well. But here's the part you forget. You kept going anyway. You pushed through pain that no one celebrated you for surviving. You showed up for your life even when life wasn't showing up for you. You made choices that aligned with integrity even when taking shortcuts would have been easier. You stayed kind-hearted even after you were hurt. You stayed honest even when dishonesty would have protected you. You stayed pure in a world that tried to turn you bitter. Do you realize how rare that is? Do you realize how loudly that speaks in the spiritual realm? The world is in a strange place at the moment, and I know it's hard out there, but you've grown in ways you didn't get the credit for. You've changed in ways you didn't even witness yourself. And the universe, God, has been watching every moment. Those moments before sleep you've had where it all feels heavy. Those mornings when the alarm sounds and you just can't take another day. That heartbreak you thought was a dead end. All of these things you've endured have been seen and they've been heard. Every time you thought to yourself, "I don't know how much more I can take," something bigger than you was standing beside you saying, "I know, keep going, I am carrying what you can't." And you did. You kept going. That's why your situation is changing. Not because you were lucky, not because timing is random, but because you proved, through your perseverance, that you were ready for the next chapter, the chapter that begins now. There's something important you need to understand. When your physical world hasn't changed yet, your spiritual world already has. The shift always starts where your eyes can't see it. Think about it. Before a phone call comes, the decision to call you happens. Before good news arrives, the paperwork is already being arranged. Before the right people enter your life, they feel the tug toward you without knowing why. Before life breaks open, energy moves first. This is what is happening to you now. Something has already moved. Something has already broken open. Something has already aligned. You didn't get weaker these last few months. You got clearer. You didn't lose everything. You were being rerouted away from what would have limited you. You've been in a season of preparation disguised as struggle. You've been growing roots while you thought you were breaking apart. And the universe has been working quietly behind the scenes, rearranging your path, creating openings you don't know about yet, closing doors that would have trapped you. protecting you from situations that would have delayed you, and guiding you toward a life that matches who you've become, not who you used to be. That's why things felt slow. That's why things felt heavy. That's why you felt alone. Not because your life was falling apart, but because your old reality couldn't hold the person you're evolving into. And now, finally, the outer world is about to catch up with your inner transformation. You're going to notice people showing up who speak to your spirit, opportunities that feel strangely perfect, solutions that appear faster than they used to, clarity arriving without confusion, peace returning where anxiety used to live. You're entering a season where things begin to click, one after another. Not by coincidence, not by accident, but because you've reached the moment where staying stuck is no longer aligned with who you are becoming. The universe is moving you forward whether you feel ready or not. Let me tell you something you rarely allow yourself to believe. You're not doing this alone. You never were. There were moments you felt abandoned, but you were being safeguarded. There were moments you felt unheard, but you were being redirected. There were moments you felt empty, but space was being created for the new. Your situation is changing because you changed. You are no longer a match for the pain you survived. You are no longer a fit for the wounds you once carried. You are no longer aligned with the environments, relationships, and patterns that kept you small. This is why old things are falling away. This is why certain people drifted. This is why your heart feels different. This is why you've been craving more authenticity, more meaning, more depth. You're being pulled toward the life meant for you. And yes, the shift might feel sudden. It might feel surreal. It might feel like it's happening out of nowhere. But nothing about your journey has been random. You've been guided every step. You've been protected from things you didn't even know were coming. You've been carried through battles you couldn't have survived on your own. You need to hear this clearly. You don't need to worry about what comes next. Worry has no job here anymore. Fear has no place in the chapter you're stepping into. Doubt has nothing left to teach you. You've already passed the hardest part. And now, your situation is moving. Your timeline is shifting. Your life is opening. And soon, you're going to look back and realize that the moments that nearly broke you were the moments that built the strength you're about to use to rise. So if you came here tired today, let this message put rest back into your spirit. If you came here hurting, let my words take some of that weight off your heart. If you came here doubting your future, let this be the moment you remember that you've already survived what was meant to destroy you. And now, your situation is changing. Not eventually, but very soon. Soon in a way you can feel. Soon in a way you can trust. Soon in a way you will look back on and say, that was the moment where everything turned for me. You are guided. You are protected. And you are moving into a season where things finally start to make sense. Before you go, I want you to declare this with me. My life is shifting for the better, and I am ready to receive what's coming. Write that in the comments so the universe sees your readiness. And if someone you love is going through something heavy, share this message with them. It might be exactly what they need, right at the moment they need it.